Hey guys, welcome back to another Buddyfight video. Today, we're going to be looking at the trial deck, Ruler of Havoc from Buddyfight X. We've got the brand new flag that you can't get in the trial deck. There's also the SP version with Wisdom on it, and the secret version, which I do in fact have. So, we got quite a good amount of Chaos cards from the Chaos Control Crisis booster box, so I'll be upgrading that and doing a different video on that. But today, we're going to be looking at only at Ruler of Havoc. So, as you see, you've got a different version of Wisdom's buddy. Gear God 7, it says Wisdom's deck. What I really like is when they put info on Wisdom's deck right here, you can see it says no data. It tells you everything you're getting in the card, the amount of quantity, contents, complaints, where you can send yourself, YouTube channel, social media, all that stuff. But yeah, the box looks amazing. Wisdom looks amazing. And of course, the fact that you get 4 Gear Gods, I'm pretty sure, in this is also really nice. So let me quickly open this up with my trusty scissors. There you go. I'm going to pull this out and have a look at the contents. Definitely a great trial deck to start off with. And Chaos, of course, is really strong. Don't know why that's at 15. Weird. Okay. Anyways, let's even just pull this out without having to cut any more tape. There you go. So, let's have a look at the content. So first, you got your deck right here. The deck right here, 52 cards. Then we've got our playmat right here. And you also have the My Buddy sheet, which is something they added. Basically just giving you info on the deck. I don't know if I'll be able to show the entire thing right here. Yeah, this is basically just showing you, references on how to play the game, all that stuff, tips, stuff like that. And then you've also got your little introduction comic to Buddyfight. You've got your life counter right here, which should be at 10, which actually looks pretty gosh darn amazing. For something from a trial deck, it looks amazing. You just got Wisdom right there. If I can move my hand, and hopefully it won't glare too much. You've got Wisdom there, and Gear God 7 in the background, looking absolutely amazing, saying my life right there, so that's your life point counter. And of course, you got your playmat, which is nothing special, exactly the same as the usual Buddyfight X playmat. But on the back, which I think is really nice, they also have tips on how to use the deck, or never mind, it's going to be a Dragonborn advertisement. Never mind. For some reason, I thought there was advertisements on the back. But anyways, let's have a look at the deck. So you got your life point counter. Oh, wow. There's a lot of really nice cards. Anyways, first off, you get your flag right here. The Chaos, super strong. Again, focusing on size 30s in the deck. You guys should know know the effect of the flag. If you guys don't, pause the video, have a look. But it's a really strong flag, especially focuses on size 30, as I said. And just absolutely destroying your opponents. So, looking at the top, I moved the order. You've got one copy, a foil version, of the manufactured Havoc, Gear God 7 right there. And you've got 4 of him right there. Let's have a quick look at his ability. So he's a size 30 monster with 50,000 power, easily able to take down monsters with high defense. 5,000 defense, critical 2. Call cost, put up to 2 monsters from your field in this card, so don't pay 2 cash. So you can put 0, 1, or 2. It doesn't have to necessarily be 2. When this card in this field, call to 1 Chaos Monster from your drop zone by paying its call cost, Soul Guard, and Chaos Territory. In the trial deck, this Chaos Territory ability is explained. This card's on your center. You can put up to 2 monsters on your center, including this card. And, of course, the Chaos Stamp right there. So you got him and 4 copies of him non-foil. So you most likely make that your buddy. Then you've got the one who comes from Havoc right here. And I believe you get, you only get one of them in the deck? No, you get one more. So you get 2, one who comes from Havoc, a really great Chaos spell draw card. You definitely want this in your deck. You only cast this card, you have 2 or more Chaos on your field. 1 gauge, draw 2 cards. You can only cast one who comes from Havoc once per turn. So a nice draw card to have in the trial deck. Maybe some don't prefer it in their deck, but in my opinion it's really nice just to have the extra draw. You've got your impact right here, which you are only going to get 2 copies. You're going to get a foil version, which is really nice. The impact does look really nice. You can only cast this card from your opponent has 5 life or less. Pay 2 gauge, deal damage to your opponent equal to the total critical of all monsters on your center. So, using Chaos Territory, you can get 2 monsters to maximize the amount of damage you can deal with this impact. So you get 2 of the impact right there. Moving on, you get 2 Chaos High-Low right here. Interesting Dungeon World size 3 Chaos Monster. So we've got 8,000 power, 8,000 defense, call cost, pay 2 gauge, and double attack. So classic 2 gauge, being able to get that double attack, giving you a bit more offense. The 2 gauge might be a little bit costly, but you've got other cards in the deck. You got this card right here, Chaos, if I can read the name, Magmarmer? Managmar. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that completely wrong. Managgarmer, I think. 7,000 power, critical 3, 4,000 defense, size 3, penetrate. Penetrate, critical of 3, really nice to have. You also got this card, oh yeah, and also has no call cost. Same with this card. but it's got a counteract, put this card from your left to right on your center, 6,000 power, 6,000 defense, with a critical 2. So because it's counteract, you can use it during your opponent's turn, so you can use this offensively as well, but I don't see why you can't use this during your turn as well. For example, let's say you have 3 size 3s on your field, let's say, for example, like this, and then, as your final phase, or let's say you have Gear God in the center, let's say, and then because of Chaos Territory, you can have a monster, 2 monsters on your center, you can move, and then using the impact, get 2 crits, making it up to 4 damage, basically. 4 damage in total for your impact. So you got 4 of that right there, my bad. You've also got 4 of Chaos Asplius, if I'm saying that right. So, he's got 6,000 power, 6,000 defense, critical 2. When this card enters the field, you gain life equal to the number of monsters on your center. Usually, using Chaos Territory, you'd be able to get 2 life, but again, I don't know if I'd really have this card in my deck, but I guess it's nice for life gain. So you've got 4 Chaos Guardian right here. So, 6,000 power, 6,000 power, 5,000 defense, critical 2, size 3. Now, when this card enters the field, on your left or right, if you have a monster in your center, destroy a monster in your opponent's field. So, really nice destroyed monster in your opponent's field by effect, which is always nice to have in the deck, especially with some really pesky cards. So it's a nice destruction, especially in a trial deck. Is pretty decent in my opinion. You've also got Chaos Seketsu right here, 6,000 power, 4,000 defense, size 3, critical 2. When this card enters the field, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, top card of your deck into your gauge and draw a card. So for the fact that it's from a trial deck, you still get that gauge and draw if you discard a card from your hand. So the fact that you're getting a trial deck still makes this pretty decent, and I can't wait to try out this trial deck for myself, so it seems like a great card. This card I've definitely seen people use a lot. It's really, really great. You've got Chaos Gorgas right here. It's a wizard, so you got size 3, 4,000 power, 5,000 defense, critical 2, but really use this guy for his effect. So act, choose a Chaos monster other than Chaos Gorgas in your drop zone, pay 1 gauge, and rest this card. If you do, put the chosen card into your hand. So it's not calling, but you're able to get access to your drop zone, getting your Gear God or whatever else you need from the drop zone, or your gauge gaining card or whatever. Yeah, it is a Chaos monster, if you see right there, not Chaos attribute, unfortunately, so you can't get your spells, but still nice to have, especially when you got Gear God and other stuff in the drop zone. So you got Electron Disorder right here. It's a spell, so getting some other cards besides monsters, you gain 1 life, but the number of cards from the top of your deck into your gauge equals the number of monsters on your field. So max using Chaos Territory, you get 4, so the max you can get from this is 4 gauge. So a nice gauge gaining card for that. You've also got 2 Chaos Corrosion right here. It's a spell. You can only cast this card if you have 3 or more size 3 greater monsters on your field. Again, usually in Chaos deck, I believe no size 2 or lower Chaos monster exists yet. But basically, you only cast this card if you have 3 or more size 2 monsters in your field, which I already said. For this turn, all monsters on your field get critical +1. So, really nice to have, especially with the extra critical. I don't think I've really seen this in any deck recipes. But again, I haven't really played Chaos yet for myself. I've seen other people's decks and stuff like that. I haven't seen this card being used too much, but, you know, it's nice to have in your trial deck or in your deck, you know, just to get that extra crit. You've also got Chaos Energy right here. So, choose a Chaos monster in battle. And for this battle, give it power +2,000, defense +2,000, and counterattack. So it's basically your Draco Energy for Chaos cards. You get 4 copies of that. A nice defense card. You've also got 4 Chaos Defensor. That's its Defensor, okay? So you can only cast this card during attack on your bonus turn. If you have a size 3 or greater monster on your center, nullify the attack. So, you know, your nice nullify card, you get 4 of that in your deck. You've also got 2 Chaos Ejector. 1 gauge, 1 life. This card can attack even if you have a monster in your center. So you can have 4 monsters in your field and have this card equipped as well. This card gets power +2,000 for each monster on your center. So you can get up to 6,000 power, which is pretty nice, especially for taking down most low defense cards. You've got critical 2, and it's a nice item just to have, especially if you want to get some more extra attacks and have a little bit more offense in the deck. And of course, you got 2 Chaos Absorbers. So in total, you get 4 items. But this item, in my opinion, is absolutely amazing. Because, especially with the Chaos Flag, you only have 10 life opposed to other stuff and other life-gaining decks. Penetrate from Sun Dragons or Rush can definitely take you down. So this card is really good. Equip cost 1 gauge. Act, you may rest this card. If you do, put the top card deck into your gauge. Counter act, put this card from the field into the drop zone. If you do for this turn, nullify penetrate of all cards on your opponent's field. So basically, stomps penetrate. It's only got 1 critical, 2,000 power. It's also a nice investment that for gauge, because you pay 1 gauge each turn, you can rest it, get your gauge back, and also in case you need to nullify penetrate and not take some fatal hits and get taken down. So for those who don't know, I'm going to look over the Chaos Flag again. You can only use Chaos cards, which is pretty obvious. Your initial hand becomes 4, your initial gauge becomes 2, and your initial life becomes 10. So, pretty usual except for the hand, which is 4 instead of 6. May put monsters of a total size of 99 on your field, and all size 3 or greater monsters you field cannot be destroyed, and their abilities cannot be nullified by effects. So, that's going to be about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to play this deck. I think it's going to be lots of fun just to play. It does seem to me to be really strong, especially just for a trial deck, because I remember when trial decks first came out and they were nowhere near as strong as this. But again, cards have changed, and especially the game itself, Bushiroad, and you know, now having up to size of 99 when it's supposed to be 3, and all this different stuff happening in Buddyfights. So I think I'm gonna do the video for the Black Dragons right after this, and I'll work on another video which I hope you guys will enjoy, involving the 2 trial decks, Decimating Black Dragon and Chaos Control Crisis, along with some cards from the booster box. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to tell me, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. See you later.